What is going on, everybody? For those who don't know, I go by BLSG, and this is another Eagles game preview. If you guys are new to this channel and love talking Philly sports every single day, go down below and hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you guys are instantly notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, a few things here before we get started. Number one, I did not put out my preview for last week between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers, only because I was not feeling that great. My voice was all raspy, it didn't sound too good, and I was screaming so many times at the Eagles and Chiefs game week 4 when we went up against them, and it was pretty hard for me to get my voice back, but I'm feeling better now, and here for the week 6 preview talking to you guys. It took a few days for it to come back and get better, so now I'm here talking it up with you guys today. Number 2, I also did not have it up because we went on vacation, had a few days off, not saying where to not make it too personal, but we went on vacay, and it was just a good time to relax and hang out, and that was another reason why I didn't put my preview up last week. And number 3, I will be going live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with a special guest on my YouTube channel, 7 o'clock, to talk about a live Eagles vs. Buccaneers preview for tomorrow. Doing it live, chatting it up with you guys, and there will be a special question that you guys will be asked to answer by my special guest. So, before we get down into it, yes, we got one more thing to do. Let's just go ahead and hear a word from the sponsor of today's video. You want to get an advantage over your sports book? Well, guess what, folks? There's an app that you can download from the App Store right onto your phone, and it is called The Score. It's a great app to use for your personal wagers and everything that you need to be successful in a certain wager, such as over-unders, spread covers, video clips, injury news, and so much more that you can think of. The Score does have right there. Download it on your phone. I've been using it myself, and it has been great for all my personal wagers, and it can definitely do the same for you guys, and it definitely works for pretty much any league you can think of, such as NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, college football, college basketball, and so much more. It's completely free. It is so free, you don't even need a discount or a buy-in to even get the app. All you gotta do to get this app is just download the app and make an account, and then bam, you have it, and you can start making all your personal wagers on who will be winning games, the over-unders, the spread covers. You can find injury news, video clips, and definitely a whole lot more. It works for pretty much every league you can think of, and to be able to download this app, you can either go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, or go down to the description and hit the link, and you will find that app. You have to go download it and make an account, and then bam, you have it right there on your phone, ready to set some wagers on and to wager on these games in order to succeed in your personal wagers. So anyway, thank you to The Score for sponsoring this video, and like I always say, let's get right back into the rest of it. Alright, man, so thank you to The Score for sponsoring this video, guys. Definitely go download it. It's a very good app to use. But anyway, let's just get right into the game preview. So we're going to start out with my 3 keys for us to win this game. And my number 1 key for us to win this game is to not let Tom Brady get too comfortable. Yes, the Eagles last week, they really put a lot of pressure on Sam Darnold. But that is a completely different offense than what we are expected to see tomorrow night. Tom Brady can get up there and literally do anything at any point in time to try to haunt our Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow night. And it's going to be a really good game, not going to lie, because it's a short week, and Brady doesn't do too good on short weeks, and the Eagles just need to make sure that they pressure Tom Brady as much as they can and don't make him get too comfortable. He has 3 really good wide receivers in Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Antonio Brown. Rob Gronkowski's out, but I'm sure the next man up is going to be able to step up and be able to take Gronk's position. And there are a few guys out for the defense, too. I know Jason Pierre-Paul was questionable for this game. Levante David's probably going to be out, and Antoine Winfield is going to be out, so that's pretty huge right there, because not only Antoine Winfield is out, but Sean Murphy-Bunting is out, but we honestly need to just pressure Tom Brady, and I know a few guys from the Buccaneers are going to get elevated to the starting roster as backups, so we just need to pressure Tom Brady from our defense like we did last week against the Carolina Panthers in order for us to even have a chance to win, and that's my key number 1. My number 2 key for us to win this game is to protect Jalen Hurts. This has been a big key pretty much every week that I have done one of these previews, because we are not at full strength again. Lane Johnson's out for a personal matter. I don't know what it is. The only thing I can think of that is holding Lane Johnson back is that you know what, because I don't want to say the name, but it's just a personal matter for Lane. Someone must have got you know what, and apparently Lane's got to be with that person for that, which is the only thing I can think of that's what is holding Lane Johnson back, and they got a really bad test for it, so that is the one thing that is probably holding Lane Johnson back, but we still have Jordan Mailata coming back, as well as Landon Dickerson, also because Landon Dickerson was also on the injury report, so it's pretty much going to be a similar lineup that we saw last week for the offensive line in terms of that. So at left tackle, it's probably going to be Andre Dillard. Left guard is going to probably be Landon Dickerson. Center is going to be Jason Kelce, as we all probably know. Right guard is going to be Landon Dickerson, and right tackle is going to be Jordan Mailata. So it's pretty much going to be the same lineup as we had last week, unless if somehow Jack Driscoll comes up. Either him or Herbig are going to start at that right guard position. I think last week it might have actually been Driscoll, but if Herbig comes up, good for him, and just hope that they can protect Jalen Hurts. My number 3 key for us to win this game is to keep fighting in this battle. Yes, the Eagles need to keep fighting. They need to not have a slow start. They cannot score right when and start scoring touchdowns when the 4th quarter begins, when the end of the 3rd quarter is. They cannot start getting too comfortable in the 2nd half, especially against a different quarterback like Tom Brady. You need to score in the 1st quarter. You need to score touchdowns. You need to put everything that you can on Tom Brady, because Brady's coming to town. You don't know what's going to happen, and Tom Brady could just run all over your you-know-what, and it wouldn't be pretty if you do not keep fighting, score on the offense, and pressure him on the defense, and make your points, and make your drives count, and finish your drives, and score touchdowns, and get field goals. But we would honestly prefer more touchdowns. So, those are my 3 keys for us to win this game. Let's get into my 2 standout Eagles. Alright guys, so my 2 standout Eagles for this game. My number 1 standout Eagle, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts, because it's a short week, and I'm not sure how well the defense will do for Tampa Bay. I mean, Levante David's out, like I said. Pierre-Paul is questionable. Antoine Winfield's going to be out. And Vita Vea is a beast on that defense. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts is also a very mobile quarterback. So, if he needs to run out of that pocket, he can. And he has the absolute, if he needs to absolutely do so, he can honestly do that. He is a much more mobile quarterback than Carson Wentz when we had him last year. No offense to Carson, by the way. Anyway, I feel like Jalen Hurts can honestly have a good game. If he can keep putting up this performance like he has in the past few games against Carolina, against KC, against the Cowboys, against the 49ers, even though Hurts did not have a great game last week. That was probably his worst game of the season. But if Jalen Hurts can put up some numbers like that, especially like he did against KC, then he honestly has a chance to win this game. He honestly does have a chance to win. So that's why Jalen Hurts is my number 1, because if he keeps having those types of games like he did week 4 against KC, where he had, I think it was like 387 passing yards and threw for multiple touchdowns and the refs took off too, which was really dumb. But I really think Jalen Hurts can be a big factor in this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And my number 2 standout, I'm going to say Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, he started to heat up in that Panthers game. But once again, like I said before, the Eagles need to start striking quicker. They need to start out faster. You especially cannot let Brady get off to a fast start and you guys getting off to a slow start. I mean, Devontae Smith, I don't even know who he's gonna be matched up against. Is it gonna be Carlton Davis? Is it gonna be... I don't even know the rest of their secondary, the Buccaneers. I don't know the rest of their secondary, but Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis are 2 of those main corners that are gonna honestly play their role, and they're definitely going to be guys coming up from the bench, and they're going to be playing on that field like we probably already know. And whoever Devontae Smith is matched up against, he better use his advantage of route running and hands to play well in that game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tomorrow night. And I really think Devontae Smith also might have a chance. He also might get off to a slow start, but I really think Devontae Smith can make corrections, and the coaches might give some tips if he needs to. But I think Devontae Smith will go ahead and step up in this game. So those are my 2 standout Eagles. Let's get into my breakout Eagle. Alright guys, so my breakout Eagle for this game. This is going to be a pretty decent breakout Eagle, and I'm going to go with Javon Hargrave. Hargrave has literally been a beast on the field. He has been eating up the quarterback and is someone that Tom Brady is literally going to look out for. Javon Hargrave, in my opinion, has been one of the best defensive linemen on this roster, especially this season. And he's just been so good when it comes to sacks and pressuring the QB. He's been getting past the offensive lineman, and he has definitely been taking advantage on getting to the QB and really just pressuring him too. So I really think Javon Hargrave will honestly get up to the quarterback in Tom Brady, and he will literally eat that man up at least a few times. And I need to see some big things from Hargrave, and I think we are going to see some big things from Hargrave, because Hargrave has been a breakout player this year, and that's why he is my breakout Eagle for this week, because I think he might honestly eat up Tom Brady a few times, but at the end of the day, I think Javon Hargrave honestly might be having the best year of his career. Just in my personal opinion. I'm not sure if this is his best year of his career, but this is definitely one of them if this is not his best. So, Javon Hargrave is my breakout Eagle. Let's get into my hot take. Alright guys, so my hot take for this game, this is going to be a pretty bold hot take, but in my opinion, here's the thing, when it comes to hot takes, you honestly don't know what is going to happen on the field. I mean, when I think about a hot take, I am thinking about, honestly, Miles Sanders getting a lot of carries, but when it comes to the running game, I'm going to say this. My hot take for this game is that Kenneth Gainwell, yes, Kenneth Gainwell, will have more carries than Miles Sanders. Yes, Miles Sanders, honestly, in my opinion, has been getting all the disrespect in the world, and there's absolutely no reason for it. And I just feel like Sirianni is going to refuse to use him again in this game, and he's going to give him very few carries. Even though he had 11 carries last week, Miles Sanders against the Panthers, or on Sunday, you could say, I still think that Kenny Gainwell, Nick Sirianni has been using Kenny Gainwell a lot, and he is pretty much a great second option. When it comes to the running game and when you need a decent backup running back, Kenny Gainwell is right there. I'm going to go out there and say that Kenny Gainwell has more carries than Miles Sanders. Sanders has been getting all the disrespect. I think it needs to stop, but I think it will not stop because Sirianni will underutilize this man, Miles Sanders. And honestly, it's going to be rough in the run game, but I still think Kenny Gainwell is going to have more carries than Miles Sanders. So with all that being said, let's get into what you guys have been waiting for, and that's my score prediction. Alright guys, so my score prediction for this game. This is going to be a good game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. on a very short week for both of them, but a shorter week for the Buccaneers because they had to travel back from Miami into Tampa, and then they had to get into Philly. So this is going to be a pretty good game. I mean, I understand that some Eagles content creators are going to be like, oh, it's going to be low scoring, it's going to be boring, it's going to be this and that. But here's the thing. These are two very good offenses between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles, in my personal opinion. These are two very good offenses right now. These are two good offenses. These are two offenses that have potential to be some of the best in the league, just in my personal opinion. But when you come down to the defenses, when you come to the defensive line of the Eagles, they've been really good, especially Javon Hargrave, like I said before. The secondary was fantastic against Sam Darnold in the second half. They were fantastic, put up 3 interceptions, and I love that from Sam Darnold. I mean, our secondary, rather. I loved that from our secondary. Our secondary played really well against Sam Darnold, and the linebackers, they're iffy. I mean, they gotta kind of really improve a little bit. They really need to improve, and it has got to start this week against Tom Brady. It really has to start. And when you look at the Bucs defense, they got Antoine Winfield out, which is a huge loss for them. They have Sean Murphy-Bunting out for the year. So look for guys like Jamel Dean and Carlton Davis to step up and take their roles. And look for a guy like a Vita Vea, a Devin White. Look for them to play bigger linebacker roles because Levante David is out, and what are you going to do without Levante David? Someone else is going to step in there and take his role, but who knows if JPP is going to play. He's questionable too. He might play some linebacker. And the defensive line with like Ndamukong Suh and many more of these pieces, I think JPP also plays some defensive line like some other linebackers do. And I feel like this is going to be a close game. It's going to be a high-scoring game. So I'm starting to disagree with the Eagles content creators about, oh, it's Thursday night. Oh, they've been low-scoring. I think it's going to be high-scoring. Two good offenses. It's going to come down to defenses. Both these sides have really good weapons to try to pressure their QB. But I'm going to say right now that the Eagles are going to lose this game, unfortunately, 38-31. I know the Eagles content creators once again are going to be like, oh, it's going to be low scoring. Oh, it's going to be boring. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that. I speak my mind, and I speak the mind the way I want. So, I think the Eagles are going to put up some fight. Jalen Hurts is going to fight. Tom Brady is going to fight with them, and they will start to ramp up. They will go head-to-head in this matchup. But I think the Eagles are going to desperately fall short in this game. I think it's going to be a good game for the Eagles. They're going to fight. They're going to do whatever it takes to take out TB12. But I think that Tom Brady, since he is a veteran, he has that experience. He knows how to get it to his 3 receivers in Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown. He knows how to get it to them. Jalen Hurts is still kind of getting used to his system. And considering him being the starting quarterback, he's the newbie. Tom Brady's the veteran. You got to give the advantage to Tom Brady, in my personal opinion, because Jalen Hurts might not be ready for Tom Brady to come out and beat him. Jalen Hurts might not be ready. Tom Brady could come out there and do some damage to Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts is going to fight, and Nick Sirianni is going to tell them to play tough. He told them, we got 4 days to prepare. We got Thursday Night Football coming up. We need to prepare in 4 days. So we got to do what we need to do. We got to prepare. We need to do what we need to do. We need to get ready in 4 days, and we need to attack this Bucs team. And I definitely agree with Sirianni, and I like what he's saying, but I think the Eagles are going to fall a little bit short because the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they have guys who are much more experienced than the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles' offense is pretty young. And when you take out veterans like Lane Johnson, when you take out a veteran like Brandon Brooks, when you take out a middle-aged guy like an Isaac Seumalo, you have a really young offense. You honestly do. And I think Tom Brady is going to take advantage. We do have some veterans on our defense that might get to Tom Brady, but at the end of the day, It's going to be a tough game, but the Eagles are going to fall just short because the Bucs have more veteran talent than the Eagles, and I think Tom Brady knows how to get to his receivers, and I think Tom Brady might edge it out in a close one on Thursday Night Football against Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles. You guys give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. How do you feel about this game? Are you nervous for this game? Are you excited for this game? Do you think it's going to be a good game? Do we take the dub? Do we take the L? What are your keys to winning? Your Standout Eagles, Breakout Eagle, hot take, score prediction? Throw them all down in the comments below. Want to see what you guys think, and let's go Birds, baby. Let's try to win tomorrow night and upset Tom Brady in our home city. Anyway, guys, see you next time. Peace out. Fly, Eagles, fly.